Okay, then hello everyone. This will be my armor and welcome Firefly.
Hello and welcome everyone. I am your friendly host for tonight. Okay, you ready, Bernard?
Yeah.
Jeremy asks, will you cover blimps, zeppelins, or airships? Thank you.
Not quite sure about that yet. It could be, but my interest in it is limited at the moment, but my interest can change all the time. But it could be that Bismarck is quite interested in as well, and I'm coordinating with him in terms of air warfare aspects. And so it could be that I say, well, if Bismarck does it, I will skip it or something. But in certain ways, it would be, for instance, I have some data on airship movements in the First World War. So actually, there could be a visualization similar to the US Navy losses if I find the data sufficient and find enough time to do it. So, but probably no in-depth coverage like I do on most other stuff.
Okie dokie. Now, second question we have is from Alexander. He asks, will you cover some books not worth reading with not in parentheses? So presumably books that are both worth covering, worth reading, and ones that are not worth reading.
We did one Navy chat on books, and the result was extremely low view rate, and I immediately thought about it, and I thought, yeah, we probably will do something again like this, but in a completely different fashion. So there will be probably best books for the Pacific War or something like that, which we'll do, and I probably will not cover what books to evade or to avoid. About books, there is one major problem. It seems only very few people of my audience are interested in books at all, looking at the few numbers. But I also want to inform people, and I probably will do maybe something regular like a book armor that people can ask me what do you recommend in this and that area, because that is probably the most efficient way to approach this. Because we did a video on the Pacific War books and it was way too long and way too inefficient, and the view numbers were extremely low. I want to provide in a way that service, but every video takes time. Every recording takes time, every editing takes time, and I need to balance how much time do I invest in every endeavor.
Okay, on to the next question then. Mark asks, your videos are becoming better. Will you revisit your first ones on a regular basis?
I'm not sure if I understand regular basis. I assume you mean that I will consistently upgrade all my topics I've done. This will be not the case, but for a long time I've planned to redo definitely my first video, German tank production in World War II, because it's a really bad video in
No, it's not.
regards to the information. No, there's quite a lot of errors and misinterpretations from my part that are quite bad. And most of the other videos, probably not, but the German tank production in World War II, I have an article about it. And I also have way more data now. And also, yeah, I really want to do this. And I originally planned to do it on the 6th of January because it would be the 1 year anniversary, but I was a bit, after 120 videos in 1 year, I was a bit exhausted. So in a way, I will revisit certain videos, but for instance, I plan to do another Panzer Division video, but I probably won't redo the early war Panzer Division video, but I will do a Panzer Division of 1944 video, probably. So in a way, I might do very similar videos, but with a different content.
So let me ask you a question from myself, which was inspired by the two previous questions. How many videos have you started doing but haven't gotten around to finishing it? As in, you wrote the script, you crunched some numbers, you made some basic animations, but for some reason, you've decided to not finish doing it.
I think there's basically no video where I started with the animations, which is the very last part I do. I mean, scripts, I have like work in progress scripts, I don't know, this could be 10 or 20 out there. Some get finished, some will probably never get finished. For instance, the how to do the pronunciation video started 2 already. And they were originally learning German with Herman or something, or learning German with an Austrian. And I retook I think the initial part with the side effects, with marching speed, and this part I actually copy pasted from them. I started a video on trenches, on trench construction, World War One, which I stopped. I started one on Japanese training, where I realized the sources are not sufficient. I started one on Japanese industries, where I looked at the US Strategic Bombing Survey and wanted to make a big video like the Italia video. And then I think I made the Pacific War video out of it. But I'm definitely going back to that, and also back to the trench video. I started a German fortification World War II video a little bit. The Flak Tower video is still in production, more or less. So basically, I think that the training video is one that I mostly cancelled, and there are probably a few others out there.
Okay, since you mentioned and brought up the how to pronounce German video, we have a question from Troy over here, who asks, actually says, please do another how to pronounce German video. Can we expect one in the near future?
Near future, I'm not sure, but yeah, definitely. There will be definitely a follow-up. It was received quite well. It was also a lot of fun to make.